good evening, everyone. So again, it's a Grow Together team, and we are here with our student. One is Maharshi Nagari, and the second is Soumya. So today we are doing a mock interview session of our student Shubham Garg, and he received the call from IIT Delhi. So first of all, if I introduce my panelist, I just want to give the brief introduction. Otherwise, इनके introduction में इतनी सारी चीजें हैं कि काफी लंबा हो सकता है. So first, if I start the panelist one, Soumya. Hi, Soumya. First of all, thank you so much. I know today is a weekend, Sunday है, and मैम बहुत सारा टाइम कॉलेज में किया था, मतलब संडे सैटरडे थोड़ा चिल वाला माहौल है. बट सो थैंक यू सो मच, आप यहाँ पे आए एंड स्टूडेंट्स का मतलब एक मॉक इंटरव्यू ले रहे हैं. So she is the alumni from the IIT Bombay, Salish J Mehta School of Management, and अगर हम graduation से बात करें तो by graduation she had done BTech from the Pandit Deen Dayal Energy University. इनके टाइम पे वो PDPU था, right? उसके बाद they changed the name PDEU, and currently she is working with Johnson and Johnson. And अगर आपको बहुत सारी चीजें इनकी प्रोफाइल में, if you want to know more about it, इनका LinkedIn प्रोफाइल भी देख सकते हो. It's very fascinating actually. And the second panelist is Maharshi Nagari. Hi Maharshi, how are you?
I'm good, ma'am.
So basically,
Thank you for inviting.
so basically, currently he is the student of IIT Bombay. I mean, same college, Salish J Mehta School of Management, and इनके अभी like बहुत सारा काम रहता है SIPs वगैरह का भी, but still he is here to help us and help our student. And by degree, like graduation degree, he had also done BTech from Indus University. And you can see his experience इनको like BTech करने sorry MBA से पहले 2019 and 22 के बीच में 3 years का work experience in the different organization. And again you can see his profile on LinkedIn. So let's start, and our interview is Shubham Garg, and मैंने इनका पहले ही आपको introduction दे दिया है. IIT Delhi से इनको call आया. So I think we should start the interview. Yes, please. Yes, Soumya.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. Firstly, thank you for inviting us here. It is always a delight. So, Shubham, let's start with the interview. So, firstly, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, ma'am. Hi, everyone. My name is Shubham Garg, and I'm from science background. And after my science, like after completing grade 12, I opted for BSc Honors Physics. I did my graduation from University of Delhi. And during my graduation, I was teaching students of grade 11th and 12th a part-time job. After that, I appeared for the JAM exam. And in that, I secured All India rank of 400. And with the help of that, I got admission into IIT Ropar. And there I continued my master's. And during my master's, I did my internship from IISER Kolkata. And I've also done a major project in biophysics, as I was interested in biophysics also. And during my master's, I was a part of the cricket team also. During my college, I was interested in cricket, and I represented my college at the inter IIT level in cricket based. And along with that, I really like to sing something.
That is great. So, who's your favorite singer?
So and after that, I joined Byju's, and I worked at Byju's for around 2.5 years. And after that, and I joined Physics Wala, and currently I'm part of Physics Wala's physics.
Okay, interesting. So I asked you, who's your favorite singer?
My favorite, actually, I listen a lot of Punjabi songs. So my favorite singer, Ranjit Bawa.
Nice. Sure. So do you know any of his latest songs which he's released right now?
Yeah. He has a song on mother, like basically for mothers. So that is one of my favorite songs, because I'm very much connected to my mother. So that is my personal best.
Interesting. So, okay, just tell me, Shubham, like this is going to be your second master's, right? You have already done your master's before. So you're again doing a master's in MBA. Like, can we have a reason behind it? I mean, you have already been good with that. You have got into an IIT. Why again?
Yes. So, ma'am, the reason being that I was interested in physics. So I started doing master's in physics. And after that, I joined. And in 2 years at Byju's, I pitched a couple of new ideas in the company. And based on those ideas, we developed new projects. And those projects were very successful. And based
Okay.
on the feedback and the work that I've done there, in 2 years, I got like 2 times promotion and I was the team lead at Byju's. And as a
Okay.
team
All
lead,
that is very great. I just wanted to understand why MBA again.
yeah. So the reason being like when I was working at Byju's, so I was a part of marketing team also. Like at Byju's, the learning. So in that, I was from the content department and I was pitching to the different schools, like basically for the marketing team. So when I was doing that, I started like my interest starts developing in that field, and I felt that I should understand a little more about the marketing strategies. And along with that, I was the team lead of 20-25 people. So I felt that there are certain voids in my in my marketing strategies also, and along with that, in my management skills.
When have you completed
So,
your MSc in physics?
MSc Physics I completed in 2020.
So you have given around 5 to 6 years of your time to MSc physics, right? And then 2 years of your time in job to physics, and then all of a sudden you realize that it's not your domain. So what is the guarantee that you won't have the same opinion about MBA?
Okay, so ma'am, actually it is not like all of a sudden I have developed this, but based on the feedback that I received from my colleagues at office, my seniors, and based on my skills, like physics is a part of life, I agree. And using physics also, I think I can implement it in management skills also. Like physics, being a physics student, I have a logical, technical mindset, right? I'm like, if I'll quote a very famous statement by Albert Einstein, he says that if you're given a particular problem and you're given 1 hour, so in order to solve that problem, you should first analyze the problem for 55 minutes and then you should look for different solutions. So I think physics and management goes hand in hand. Like I can use the like whatever I've learned in physics during my masters and whatever experience that I've gained during my work at Byju's and physics wala, I think both of them integrates in order to push me towards MBA based on my personal interest and the feedback that I've received over the years.
Okay.
Okay, so Shubham, actually, I just got a slight idea that why you want to pursue MBA. But I was going through your resume. Uh, I saw that you were at Byju's and Physics Wala. Even you
Sir, you're not audible actually. Hello. You're yeah.
so you used to teach even during high school, right?
Sir, I didn't get it. Like I think you were on mute. So can you please repeat? I'm sorry.
I was saying that am I audible now?
Yeah, go ahead. Marshall, like you're low on volume. Can you just probably reduce some
Yes.
background noise?
Am I audible now?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay, so what I was asking you is that you mentioned even in your introduction that you have been teaching since your high school, then you went to Byju's, then you went to Physics Wala, right?
Yes.
And even
So,
from your resume, I figured that you have given multiple national level exams for teaching.
okay.
So you have inclination towards teaching, and that's something very good, right? So how do you think your MBA is going to help you to go ahead, or why do you think you will pursue MBA and it is going? You gave one reason, which was marketing. That was for a particular role, right? In Byju's, to pitch to people and all. But I am not getting the gist of your decision. And I just want to understand why.
Basically,
Okay.
what it asks is that how are we not sure that marketing is just a part of your hobby and not something which you're really serious to look upon?
Okay. So like just to clarify this, like at Byju's, I was not associated with teaching completely. Teaching was a part of my job at Byju's. Other than that, I was associated with content development. I was responsible for initiating different projects. I was responsible for handling a team of around initially at 5 to 10 people, and later on it increased to 20-25 people. Like teaching is something that I really like. I'm not denying that fact. But along with that, I personally feel that like I started with as an associate content developer, but over a period of time, when I become the team lead, I feel that if I'll have a combination of the academics plus the management side, that then I can do a lot better in terms of basically growth, or in terms, suppose if I want to do a startup in the field of edtech, right? So for that, I do need to have put strong background of
Okay,
management also.
I get your answer. So yeah, I was going to ask you next, what after MBA? What you want to do after MBA?
So after MBA, what I want to do is basically I want to be a head of a region or a particular state or a particular company, like a sales and marketing head. So the primary idea, since I've been from an edtech background from 2.5 years, and I have a strong academic knowledge also. So my inclination will be towards the edtech side in the initial few years. But over a period of time, I'm open for all other companies also. Like once I'll get a just or once I'll be comfortable with all the knowledge, once I fill all those voids related to management and all those things, then I'm open to all the fields. Like after 2 years, I'll have a great knowledge, I believe. Regarding the sales and marketing aspect, so I'm open to other fields also.
Can you
Okay,
name
so
the-
as you mentioned,
Yeah, sorry.
thank you. As you mentioned, edtech sector, nowadays edtech startups are in news, right? For various reasons, maybe
Okay.
Byju's, physics, everything, right? So how you analyze the industry? How do you see it's performing? Because right, there are many things because of that they are in news.
Okay.
Made, right? So
Yes.
how are they faring? How do you analyze the performance?
So, sir, first of all, like if I'll talk about edtech, it's a great market. It's around $3.52 billion market, right? So it's a huge market to gather, first of all. And other than that, I feel that there are a lot of edtechs. For example, Byju's, Physics Wala, everyone has their own USPs, right? Like Byju's is doing wonders. If I'll talk about uh, the basically the integration of the academics and the technology, right? So they're imparting education to students in a much more interactive manner. While at the same time, if I'll talk about Physics Wala, so they're imparting education to different students at a very nominal price. So everyone is doing good in their respective fields. But my idea basically related to edtech is like if we can create something which is a combination of both, like at the same time we can offer the technology, at the same time if we can sorry, if we can offer a nominal price. And along with that, my vision of edtech is like I do want to include a very, very beautiful thing in the edtech industry, that is the practical knowledge, right? Which I personally feel is very much missing in if I'll compare all the different startups, right? So as far as practical knowledge is concerned, so most of the people are not focused related to that particular aspect. So if the like most of the people are concerned really, suppose if I'm teaching student of grade 11, so I'll be concerned with the specific textbook, right? But at the same time, there are a lot of other things, there are a lot of interesting factors that we can discuss at the same time, and that will not only make the students interested about the subject, but they can actually fall in love with that particular subject. So I personally feel ethics are doing great in their respective domains, but there are certain factors, certain regions which are completely missing in these ethics. So I think it's a great market to explore, and there are a lot to explore in future also.
Okay. So we can take the next question. I just what I was asking you to analyze how industry as a whole is performing from a business point of view. As you mentioned, you also wanted to start an edtech or work for an edtech. So somewhere I thought that part was not answered, but it's okay. You had a certain point of view. So yeah.
Yeah. So Shubham, let's first hear about your vision. So basically, at one particular time of your answer, you mentioned that you want to start your own edtech company. At some point of the answer, you mentioned that you want to be a sales and marketing head of the edtech startup or a company like that, right? And another point, you like right now you were mentioning about how you want to change the edtech industry and how it can perform better, which is more into product development side of the the work. So what exactly do you want to do? Are you even sure about that?
Yeah, ma'am, actually what I really want to do is I really want to understand the market in a better way so that I can probe into it and I can
Okay.
and
So if you want to understand the market, can you tell me the few edtech companies which is very top notch in India?
okay, so the first is Byju's. Its revenue, like its net worth is $22.2 billion as per the data in 2021. The second is Physics Wala. It is one of the unicorn which has grown a lot. right? And the third edtech is Infinity Learn, I would say, right? So how many startups do I need to, like, how many startups? Oh, sorry, how many edtechs was I supposed to answer?
Name five.
Tell me,
Yeah.
there are many number of startups. Even I can name more than this, but it's okay. We don't want number of startups. Can you tell me 3 names of profitable edtech startups?
Okay, so profitable right now. Okay, so first is Physics Wala, it's profitable, right? Okay.
Sure.
Second is Infinity Learn, right? So the third edtech that is profitable right now is
No worries, no worries. We can move to next. But are you sure that both of them are profitable?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So, Shubham, I understand that you mentioned that one of the most profitable company in India is Physics Wala, and you're currently working over there. So, don't you think that probably working into that particular company and probably switching domain or asking for getting a live experience would be much better than coming into an MBA, getting wasting your another 2 years of your time over here and then going back to the same company. So, don't you think getting a live experience into that particular company would be more helpful for you?
Okay, so ma'am, basically the experience that I'm getting right now is basically related to teaching. But I want, like, I want to expand my skill set. I want to know about new things. So basically, MBA is one such thing, like where I can learn a lot related to marketing and sales, right? So my interest is to explore that particular domain, so that I can basically switch to that particular side of the ed tech.
If you want to learn marketing, there are multiple courses from top ranked university, right? You can just go for marketing certification or specialization, because in MBA you'll have to learn about all business aspects, right? Not only marketing. So do you
Yes.
think you should invest your couple of years, because you already have good amount of work ex, you already have a master's degree. Do you think it will be justified for you yourself that you are investing more couple of years in education?
Yes. So, sir, first of all, what I personally feel is like there's a huge difference between doing a particular course online and to be a part of it in the offline domain. In the online domain, the things that are missing is like we can obviously learn few things, but that personal interaction.
There are many colleges now opening their campuses for offline certification courses.
Yes.
I can name few. Mica is one. Even few of IITs are doing that.
So the reason being, like, why I'm interested in the offline mode of learning. First of all, I feel that offline mode of learning is comparatively better as compared to the online mode of learning. The reason being, in the offline mode, you get to interact with the faculties.
I think you are not listening. What I said is many IITs, and Mica is one school which is known for marketing, right? These schools are providing only marketing domain certifications. These are number of months long, but you can only focus on marketing if you want to learn only sales and marketing, right? Why would you invest a couple of years?
So, sir,
And
marketing
this
is one of the.
also offline.
Okay. So the first thing that I want to know is that how to do a particular management, right? And marketing is one of the factors that I really want to learn in between that. Like, I do want to get a knowledge of all the domains, but marketing is something in which I want the specialization. But I am interested more in MBA, so that I can fill the management side of voids as well, right?
Okay. So have you talked with any of the MBA alums or somebody who's already done MBA to get an idea about what exactly happens in these 2 years?
Yes, I am currently in touch with one of the alumni. She's currently a part of I Am Koikode. So,
Okay.
like, I interact with her.
So what has she given the review about MBA to you? If you had to mention in just 2 lines.
Okay, so she's saying that it's a great platform to learn, to basically build a strong network, and to which is basically very much required. And the experience that she is getting in the college by peer learning, by the professors, so it is very enriching and it is very, very much helpful for the growth.
Okay, so she must have mentioned how much pressure and rigor is required in the course of the MBA, right? So
Yes.
why do you think that you're capable to go forward with that, and why do you think that you're capable of handling those rigors and which will come to you in during the course of the MBA?
Can you please repeat again, ma'am? I was not able to hear you.
Do you think that you're capable enough? Can you give us some examples or any just convince us that we're actually capable of getting through that MBA course and through that entire rigor?
Okay, so ma'am, like if I'll talk about it, like my during my JAM exam, my all India rank was 400, which is one of the quite competitive exam. Along with that, I applied for the NET exam, and the exam is quite popular all over the India. And in that also my 36 and 56 all India rank I'm talking about. And
Okay.
then I was a part of IIT, and in IITs also, if you talk about MSc courses, so they're quite rigorous. Like you have to appear for exams every month. Like every month you're supposed to give presentation, experiments. So I have gone through all that pressure, and I know how to absorb that. Along with that, I have been associated with 2 companies. Both of them were startups. At Byju's, I was associated with different projects at the same time. So I know how to handle all those pressures, right? And how to close all the things on time despite of all those pressures. So I think I do have a lot of experience in terms of handling, absorbing the pressure in a nice way.
You have a lot of experience handling deadlines, right? So can you give us an example where you have handled like strict deadlines, and how do you go forward with that?
Okay, so basically, there was a project in which I was working. It was basically to record particular sessions. It was the COVID time, and people were very afraid to go to studios and to record the solutions, right? So I, as the team lead, requested them to come to studios so that they can record. And during that, I made sure that everything is basically sanitized. Like proper vehicle was provided to them, like a individual cab was provided to each and every presenter, so that they can so the cab driver can pick them up from their home, drop them to the studio when they will record, and then they will come back to the office. So I made sure that each and every team member is comfortable in commuting from home to office studio without getting basically in touch with COVID, right? And along with all those things, I myself went to the studios so that I can set up that, if I am able to do that, like you can also do that. So I, as a team lead, was not responsible to go to the studios and record the session, but I took the initiative so that I can request the other team members, and I can ask them to do the same. So this is how we were able to close the project before the deadline.
But were you under any pressure from senior management that you need to do this recording under particular time frame? The
Actually,
question I asked was that,
okay.
just give an example where you were under pressure, strict deadlines, right? And how you manage it. The things you are mentioning are basic hygiene checks, which every company does.
Okay.
Right?
So basically, we were supposed to close that project in a stipulated time frame. And in order to do that, like I requested each and every team member to do that. So basically, I, as a team lead, was the one who also took the initiative in order to close that deadline, which were given to us by our seniors. So this is how I basically, I set up the benchmark that this is the number of questions that I am recording in a particular day. So the rest of the team members can also do that. So this is how I took the initiative.
Okay, Shubham, we have asked you a lot about your work, your dreams after MBA. You mentioned in your introduction that you have played cricket, right? Inter-IIT level.
Yes.
So in which year did you went with your team?
Can you please go again?
Which year did you play Inter-IIT?
Okay, so it was in 2020.
Okay. And who's your favorite cricketer?
So my favorite cricketer is Virat Kohli.
Watch today's match?
Yeah, I watched today's match.
Okay, so how you analyze his innings today? Yeah, maybe a couple of days. He has been playing since yesterday. So how will you analyze his innings?
So Virat Kohli basically secured 186 runs in the test match that he was playing, and he got out. So what I personally feel about this particular inning is, like, from a long time, like around 1205 days he took to secure 100 in the test match, right? But despite the fact that he was not able to secure 100 in such a long time
I'm
frame.
asking about this inning, Shubham. How would you analyze this particular innings?
So this particular inning in basically he played as a good team member. He set up the benchmark. He has set up a benchmark that, and basically I would say he was a team player. This was the need of the hour. Like in order for India to qualify to the World Test Championship, this knock was very much required, right? If India would have lost this particular match, then they would not be able to qualify to the World
Again,
Test Championship.
explaining the importance of this innings, I asked you to analyze the inning. No worries. So, as you mentioned, Virat Kohli is your favorite cricketer. Do you have any role models you look up to in your life?
So, role models basically, I do have role models. Like my role models are my parents first of all.
Okay, so what have you learned from them, and how will it help you?
So from my mother, what I have learned is that how to survive in situations when it becomes very difficult. Like my family is not very economically strong, so my mother knew that how to survive in a very nominal amount of money, right? So this is what I have learned from her, and how to be basically how to maximize the things within the limited raw material. So this is what I have learned from my mother, right? And from my father, what I've learned is like his medical condition is not very good, but despite that, he keeps on doing the hard work, and because of his hard work, today I'm sitting right in front of you. So this is something that I've learned from my father, that how you need to continuously put your hard work in order to achieve something in your life.
Okay, Shubham. So before we wind up the interview, this will be my last question to you. Okay, so you have done MSc in physics, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you just guess the number of people doing MSc in physics in India at this moment?
Right. Okay.
That don't give me the number. Just give me how will you approach. How will you approach estimating approximately? I need
So you
your
mentioned
approach.
that you're very good at it, right? So we are just putting your analytics into test.
Yeah, so approximately 2,000 to 2,500 people are doing MSc right now in physics.
And
How did you
cover?
reach that number?
Yeah, so basically the number of applicants that set for the JAM exam was approximately 12,000. And what I did was like I just calculated the number of colleges that offer the MSc courses, right, in physics. So those are roughly around. So basically, it was around. Basically, there are around 50 to 60 colleges that offer MSc in physics, right? And in each and every college, there are around 40 to 45 seats. So this is how I calculated a rough count of the number of students who are doing MSc right now in physics.
Okay, then I'm done from my side. Soumya, do you have anything else to ask?
No, I think I'm good. I think we are done with the interview. That is it. Do you have any questions for us?
Yeah, so one thing that I would really like to know about the college is that can you please explain a little about the student exchange program?
Okay, so actually every top tier B school has its own student exchange program. And maybe timeline varies from college to college, but every college have certain MOUs with different foreign universities where certain number of students come to India and number of students from a particular college goes to the abroad university. And also course durations are different. Some are semester exchange program, some are monthly courses, weekly courses. So it depends from college to college. But yes, if you get into any I'll say top tier B school, you will have opportunity to go abroad. And most colleges, the scene is that if you are willing to go and if you are okay with your academics, then you can go there.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I think we are done. I was the observer. So Subham, after this session, we will do a feedback session. So I shared the link and please join once again. Okay.